Welcome back to Talk Norwich City. 13 people already here. That's nice to see. We are doing a preview ahead of the Aston Villa game that's tomorrow. We are sat in our podcast setup. I hope you're all well. A few people saying the thumbnail looks odd. You're here, so that's the main thing. Also,
why does it look odd?
I don't know. It's probably my fault.
What's wrong with it? Let us know in the comments, please.
We've got a giveaway to do. We'll let a few more people get in here,
Ooh,
but we will be giving away a Norwich City shirt, signed shirt, match worn, when this video gets to 200 likes.
Can I present it?
Yes, you can.
So this is a one-off special Christian Fluthman. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Backroom team. Here we go. Signed shirt.
Match worn.
Of course, he is no longer at our lovely football club. But let's not forget, this is a unique collector's item. And what do they have to do to win it, Jack?
This video needs to get to 200 likes.
Only 200?
Yeah, only 200.
Awesome. Love that.
Say hello if you're in the comments, if you're watching. Chris, how's things?
Amazing, man. I'm so excited for Villa. I'm so excited. We've got the booze bus ready. And I'm sure it'd be very interesting. Let us know in here what you're doing for the big game tomorrow, because I think it's time for a celebration, isn't it? And isn't it lovely, Jack, going into an away game when normally you're feeling more pressure than a home game in previous Norwich City kind of tenures, and you feel relaxed.
Definitely.
I feel like I'm going for the ride, the vibe.
Indeed.
I love it.
Let's have a look at the people in the comments. Cameron Brown, only 200. Well, Cameron, if you've liked the video, you've got a chance of winning that Christian Fluthman
So easy.
signed shirt. Cameron Brown, Dan Mayhew. Hey, boys. Other time I visited Villa Park, we got smashed. I've never seen Norwich win at Villa. I don't think many people have.
Have I seen a draw?
I remember seeing Michael Turner score there.
But they've always been entertaining games, and the thing is that of course I'm right in saying that we go into the game tomorrow only needing a draw, right, to win the league.
Indeed, yeah.
Boom.
And we might not even need a draw. It depends on if Sheffield United win their match against Stoke away. That's not an easy game.
Tough game.
That's not an easy game. Hello to Ruben. Hello to Charlie, who says up the Villa.
No.
Ben B 11177 says, do you think Villa will rest any players ahead of their playoffs? Well, this is the thing. Villa are guaranteed to finish in 5th place. They can't go up, they can't go down.
Okay.
They do have injuries. Tammy Abraham is returning from injury, so's Jed Steer. They've got McGinn is out suspended. So I think they will be resting players. And
Surely, I mean, they'll be trying to play it safe, won't they? Of course.
You would have thought. Or you could say that they'll be fielding a first team because they want to be going into it with momentum.
Well, there is, of course, rules and regulations to say that you have to field a certain amount of players that played in the last game. I totally get that. But of course you'll rest players. I mean, surely you'd rest Grealish. Surely you'd rest your goalkeeper that's had a knock as well. I mean, I would be resting those players personally. So
how well has Jed Steer done, by the way?
Yes, you know what? I'm so pleased for Jed. Just like I'm so pleased for Declan Rudd as well, Jack. I'm so pleased that Norwich players that have kind of they're now starting in a way and they're growing, and it's really good to see that they've been in the light this season.
It's just worth adding to the 100 people in here at the moment. We have got a signed Christian Fluthman shirt. Now, if you don't know who Christian Fluthman is, he's arguably more influential than Daniel Farke. He was the man that masterminds Norwich City back to the Premier League. He's no longer here, so this makes it, I would say, limited edition. There's not many about.
It is signed and it says, thanks for your support. You can't see it because it's in a very light silver pen, but it is signed by the man himself that has, of course, left
Does it smell?
the football club. A little bit, yeah.
It smells of promotion.
Hello. That stinks of promotion.
Anyway, all that happens is this video needs to hit 200 likes. In terms of Norwich, Chris.
Yes.
Surely we're going there with confidence, right?
Yeah, definitely. I was about to say, Jack, that actually regardless of Villa resting players or not, I think that we've got all of the tools to beat them. All of the tools and all of the motivation, of course, to win the title, to lift the trophy in front of the fans. Go out and win that game of football. I'm sure we could do it, even if they fielded their full strength squad. We've got nothing to be scared of, Jack.
Indeed, and you've been saying for some months now. I think once we started to think, okay, automatic promotion is a real thing now. you were like, no, I don't want to finish second. I want to win this division. Me, I
Exactly.
don't really care so much. You know, we're up, we're back in the Premier League. That's
No.
good for me. You're really up for this, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, these opportunities don't come round often enough.
No.
They really don't. And when you're here with it on a plate, I know it's not easy, but it is on a plate, Jack. The players will do everything they can to win the league. You know, if you look at, we've obviously made comparisons this season to the team under Nigel Worthington. What did they do? They win the league. No one ever finishes. No one remembers anyone that that finished second place.
No.
Of course, this is a fantastic squad, and people will remember this promotion in a few years' time. But in 10 years' time, will they be looking back and say, "Do you remember that team that got second place?" No,
Indeed.
the players will go to win the league.
Sam Bridges, he's just checked into his hotel in Aston. Go on the
Love
boys.
that.
Good stuff, Sam. We'll see you there tomorrow. Harry Copeman says, easy win tomorrow. There's nothing more than we deserve than to be champions. Best season ever. I suppose that follows on to what you're saying. It would be a shame, having played such lovely football, having sat at the top of the division for so long,
Yeah.
not to go up as champion. Would it be an anti-climax?
No, not really. I mean, I still am going to be absolutely buzzing, and I'm still going there to party anyway, Jack. I'm not. It's not going to be the end of the world if
No.
we don't win it, but I feel like it would be slightly disappointing. But we've done it, guys. I mean, the pressure is off. And that's why we'll go and perform 100%.
Indeed. Canary says, hello from Q8. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey.
Now, this is the big question. The Shadow Gaming 567. Hello, my friend. He says, what do you think of the Team Wes versus Team Russ squads?
Love it.
Who are you supporting?
Definitely Team Russ.
Okay.
Are you Team Russ?
I'm Team Russ.
You better be, because if
Yeah,
not, I'll WhatsApp him. Look, I cannot wait for this game of football. I loved the atmosphere when it was the Adam Jury testimonial. I know this isn't a testimonial; it's a celebration match, but these are special occasions for Norwich City Football Club. They really are. And some of the players that are going to be on the pitch again, even players like Darryl Russell and
Alan Gow.
Alan Blooming Gow. I mean, I'm just going to, some like Alan Gow, I'm going to find it funny to see him again. But some is like, it's going to take me back to my childhood, growing up supporting Norwich City. And I'm just buzzing for it. It's going to be such a nice celebratory atmosphere. The beers will be flowing. I'm sure they'll be flowing for most people if they're going to the promotion parade as well. So, come on, let's read some of these.
And by the way, did you see what happened with Russ today?
No, what happened today?
Promoted with MK Dons to League One. And he started.
That's
Russ,
what he does.
Good to see.
There was an Evo Pinto thing. Here we go. Oh, Evo! Evo's playing.
He
Love
is.
that.
And he's leaving, isn't he?
And how nice to give Evo a send-off. I know he's not, had much game time recently, but I think it's really respectful to play him in that team. I think that kudos to Russ.
And I hope you're not
that.
underestimating the effect that Pitch Wall Yellow Army has on the atmosphere as well.
Pitch War Yellow Army.
Great to see. Lewis Plummer, it's a great opportunity to play Dortmund pre-season, home or away. Get on it, Stuart Webber. Imagine that.
Oh, mate, we've got to go.
The Yellow Wall.
We will be going, won't we?
100%.
Imagine that. Yellow. Would you buy half scarf?
For Dortmund? I think I would actually.
No,
I think
even then.
I think
Although
I
I remember after the Adam Jury testimonial when he brought down Celtic to play Norwich, we then went up to Celtic pre-season. I think it was the following season. Grant Holt scored in like the last minute to win it 1-0. And afterwards, the Celtic fans were giving the Norwich fans scarves and swapping, and that was really nice.
Amazing. Someone has just said in here, let's go back to this.
I should stop reading them. You'll read them.
I'll read them. Bev Sports News says Jackson, last minute winner, Simeon Jackson back at Carrow. How good does that
mate.
feel?
I love Simeon Jackson.
Indeed. Alex
That's the
Griffin,
boy.
get me on the podcast. No Ipswich fans allowed except for Benjamin Bloom, who we all think is a Norwich fan.
One day, maybe, Alex.
Deep
One
down,
day.
yeah,
One day.
Sorry, I just saw someone that put, how was Dubai? Says
Oh,
Alex.
mate, it was lovely, and thank you for asking. I know you're an Ipswich boy, so I appreciate that. If anyone can ever have the opportunity to go to Dubai, go. It's incredible. Everything's the biggest, the best, the craziest, so do go. But anyway, Norwich City, come on.
Indeed.
Big up the UAE Canaries, by the way, as well.
Oh, really?
whilst I'm on that topic.
Right, where are we finishing in the Prem next season, says Igor Dovlev. Thanks for the question, Igor.
I've not seriously answered this yet, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
There was also another question that said, what did you think of the apparent £20 million transfer budget?
I can kind of believe it. I think that someone has kind of put their finger in the air and gone, there's no way they'll be spending that much. They've probably gone off press comments. I can believe it. I would actually be surprised if we spend that much.
Really?
Yeah, I would. But the thing is, Jack, is I've got so much confidence, but also I really hope that Stuart Webber, Daniel Farker give the players that have earned the right to be in the Premier League the opportunity to play in the Premier League and put their stamp on it, because those players, not only do they deserve it, but I think that they'll be wild. I think it'll be wild cards. I really do. And I said it in the last podcast, and I'll say it again, and people might disagree with me, but for me, Emi Buendia next season for Norwich will have the same reaction that Ruben Neves has had for Wolves this season. He will score some bangers.
I love that. Julius Magnusson, first of all,
Ooh,
my
what a
friend.
name, by the way. Is that his name?
Yeah,
What a
Julius
name.
Magnusson. It sounds like. Did you ever used to watch World's Strongest Man?
Yeah.
Julius Magnusson sounds like that. He says, I've been supporting City since 2012, since 2013, and
Love
back
that.
when I was 10 years old, I'm from Sweden, so I feel pretty
Love
lonely
that.
supporting the City. Mate, we're worldwide. I'm sure there's Sweden Canaries out there somewhere.
Let us know. Comment where you're watching this from, by the way. I had someone from America DM me today, and I love hearing that everyone's watching this around the globe. I mean, Hong Kong, someone was watching. It's brilliant.
Great to see.
Thetford, lol. Big up the Thetford.
George Russell, hello, how are you, my friend? I assume you're not the
Does that
F1
say
driver.
Macedonia, or am I dreaming?
No, that says
Macedonia!
Igor.
Yes!
We love Igor.
If that's true, fair
No,
play.
it's Igor. Igor's always in. The
Oh,
Macedonian Canaries. Good
big
to
up.
see. George says, I disagree with you, Chris.
Go on.
Krul needs to be on the bench. We should get Jack Butland in.
It's not going to happen. A, we haven't got the budget to sign Jack Butland, and B, Tim Krul is really loved and respected behind the scenes. I don't think he deserves to be dropped. They've given Mickey McGovern, of course, the opportunity to sign a contract for the club to be the backup keeper. It's not going to happen. Sorry.
Once again, people, 150 of you in here. The big question is, do you want to win this Christian Thluffman match-worn shirt? If you don't know who Christian Thluffman is, where have you been all season? He's no longer at the club, but he is the man that masterminded this club back to the Premier League.
Love
All
this.
that needs to happen is this video needs to hit 200 likes. We're currently at 50. Get on it, people. There's 150 of you in here. If all of you like it, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Happy days. Ethan says, New York Canary here since 2012. Robin Frost says,
Love
hopefully a trip to Australia. We've got someone from Halifax. We've got someone from St Benedict Street.
Newcastle.
Dereham, Middlesbrough, Sydney,
Oman,
Australia.
Oman, wow.
Sid Seaman from Oman.
Love that.
Good to see. Poor England, says Cameron.
Used to play for Pouring Land Wanderers. Big up Pozza.
Did you? Where
Yeah.
did you play?
Left back in the changing room.
Paul Tierney, watching from University in Cambridge. Must be very clever, Paul. Good to see. And Dan Mayhew is from God, Manchester. So, Chris,
Yeah.
Gloucester, Norwich, Thetford. Good to see. Brighton, your favourite team.
Love Brighton.
It's very dark in here, isn't
Quality,
it?
yeah.
Shall I turn the light on?
Quality.
Hang on.
Yeah, although it's not the light's rubbish jacket, it won't really do anything in the studio. There
No,
you
it's
go.
not.
But it's all okay.
Who are we playing tomorrow? What's the team going to be?
I think we stick as always. Daniel Farker, I have no doubt that he'll. I don't think he'll change anything. Why would he?
No?
Unless there's injuries, why would you?
Dennis Shrebetti?
Dennis Rebeni to score the goal that wins the title.
Imagine.
What are you doing at that point? Is your shirt coming off?
Yes.
I'll hold you to that, and everyone in here will
I've
hold
got
you
a body
that
to
as
show
well.
off, Chris. You know that.
Here we go. Looking forward to smashing Brighton next year. I live for that. I'm not going to lie. I'm living for that. I cannot wait to beat them home and away next season.
You know what? I kind of wanted Brighton to come down this season.
I
And
definitely
a lot
wanted
of fans, a lot of Brighton fans are turning on Chris Hughton. And we knew that would happen.
Yeah.
And it's nice that they supported him for this long. But I would have quite liked to have seen Cardiff stay up just because they went into the Premier League with limited expectations and trusted the players that they took up. And I respect that about Neil Warnock. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen now. Roger Mallet. Now, let's clear this up. He says the Brighton joke. Now, you often wear a Hollister jacket.
I know.
And it does look remarkably like a Brighton logo.
I'll be really honest with you. My missus bought it for me for my birthday. She's not going to watch this live stream back, so I'll say it. She bought me a jacket for my birthday. I was like, thanks so much, babe. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I ripped open the present. I was like, oh my God, it's the seagull. And I was like, oh no, I can't say no, but I've got to get it. So yeah, I do wear a Brighton jacket on the daily.
Joshua Kaya says he's watching from Turkey. Erica, good to see you. How are you doing? From Gloucester. James O'Brien from Liverpool.
Are you going to be emotional at the game tomorrow?
You know what? I think I'm...
Do you think you've...
No, I don't think I am tomorrow. I think tomorrow's all about a celebration.
Okay.
I'm going to be... I was emotional when we went up.
Yeah.
Because after the 4 draws, I was starting to think, oh, we're really making this hard for ourselves. And it was a wonderful night. I think I'm going to be emotional on Monday, seeing Russ and Wes back in the city, seeing Anthony McNamee back in the city, seeing Alan Gow, Owen Tudor-Jones, all of the legends. But that parade is going to be something special. Because, of course, the last promotion we had, there was no parade. So it's going to be nice
It
to
was
see.
one at Wembley, so, you know.
Of course, it's going to be nice to see.
I think I will
everyone
be
out.
emotional.
Why?
I can just see, look, as soon as I see that trophy, there's something in it for me. When Russ lifted the trophy at Wembley, I couldn't stop crying. And it's the thought of Marco Stiepermann pumping that trophy at the away fans at the end is honestly, the hairs are standing up my arms thinking about it. The guy is just born to score.
Let us know your alternate player of the seasons. We all know that you probably voted for Timo Pukki or Max Aarons. Who's been your unsung hero? You just said Marco
unsung
Stiepermann.
hero. I
The
think
player that maybe you
Marco.
least expected.
Yeah, I think no. To be fair, unsung hero has to be Stiepermann. It
Yeah.
has to be because he's come out of nowhere, literally nowhere. But then saying that, maybe Mario Vrancic, Tom Tribal. I said that he'd be our player of the season at the start.
It was such a shame that Tom had.
Carlo Nash, so please, someone said that. Big up the Nash.
Aston Oxborough says Belly XO. Good to see. I voted for Zimbo. Mario for me is the underdog. By the way, Mario Vrancic. I think we talked
Goal of
about
the
it on a
season.
lot. Which one?
Well, Blackburn.
Yeah.
Of course. Has to
Leeds
be.
away. There's been
Oh,
some
mate, that
memorable
Leeds.
goals. In
Oh, that Leeds goal was. Oh my god, that was class. I went
we,
mental.
we
when it
both
went
said, and maybe you less so than me, and I think a lot of people said, Mario Vrancic didn't look like a championship player last
in. Remember you
season.
saying, yeah.
And I think a lot of people would have maybe agreed with me, but he's been remarkable this season.
I think he's just had to have a little bit longer settling into the English kind of system, I guess. Although we're playing the German way, I think he's still had. People really underestimate players having to learn a whole new language, a whole new city. Let's not forget that Norwich isn't exactly the place where it's like a vibey nightlife, and some players are into that. I don't think that the types of players that we're bringing in are into that, but nonetheless, if you don't know Norfolk, you're like, okay, what do I do? So I think that players underestimate that, and I think that Mario Vrancic now is coming. And by the way, who is going to shine in the Premier League for you next season?
That we don't maybe expect.
Because Mario Vrancic, for example, I can see him shocking people. I really can.
I think a lot of people have maybe, although Pookie's had such a good season, I think a lot of people have maybe gone, we maybe need a striker, will Pookie make the step up? I think Pookie, much like Grant Holt in his first season in the Premier League when he scored 15, I can see Pookie getting into double figures.
Yeah?
With goals, yeah, I can.
No, I love that.
I think
I love that from you.
I think unlike a Cameron Jerome or a Lewis Grabban that we've gone into the Premier League before, Pookie is a natural finisher. His movement is good. His work rate won't drop off. They're three traits that will get you goals in the Premier League.
No, I agree. I think someone is saying, who are we bringing in or something like that. Who are you bringing in?
You know what? I can't name them because they're going to be probably German second division,
randomers.
Bundesliga players, and I'm so fine with that. Let's stick with the current recruitment policy.
Yeah.
Why would you sway away from it?
Agreed.
Why would you go and spend 15 million
Score
pounds
prediction for tomorrow. Go.
on a Jack Butland? Because the current recruitment policy works. Score prediction for tomorrow.
Whilst you're thinking, let me tell you guys.
Let us know your score predictions.
We've got this to give away, and all it takes is for you to get this video to 200 likes on YouTube. It's very, very simple. Christian Fluthman signed, match-worn, whatever it is, shirt. Of course, he's so famous, he's not even at the football club anymore. This is unique. Unique.
Alex Butcher says, hello, I've been watching you for years. I live by the Tesco in case that Alex, don't tell us where you live, mate.
Thank you.
Will Grant says 3-2 to Norwich. Dan Mayhew, of course, saying Tom Huckabee needs to get a tattoo. He does.
Hang on, we need to, seriously, we need to hold him accountable to this.
Let's just remind the viewers why Tom Huckabee's getting tattoos.
Of course, Tom Huckabee said that, if Pookie gets more than 10 goals this season, I will get Timu Pookie tattooed on my derriere.
So does that mean if he scores 2 tomorrow to get to 30, he's getting 3?
Well, I think that's what the comment is, and I agree with that. It's a great shout.
Robin Frost says 2-2. Cameron Brown says 2-2.
Fine. Take it.
Eco Terrorist 1-1. Will 1-0 City. George Russell 4-0 City. Craig Killett 3-1. Shrebeni hat-trick.
Oh, Craig. I love that from you.
Johnny 4-2. Epic game and coming. I can see there being goals in this game.
Oh, this stinks of goals, Jack. This stinks of goals. It's not going to be 0-0, is it? And if Dennis Shrebeni steps on that pitch, seriously, the Norfolk Pele, that guy, he's going to bag a couple, isn't he?
Fraser saying, Jack, you should style your hair like Vrancic. I don't have the style of a Vrancic.
I think you could. I think if you had a tan, and I think if you...
It's the eyebrows.
If you could groom a bit more of a beard, I think that you could pull off the Mario Vrancic.
Really?
Definitely.
That's quite a
I think you
compliment.
could, mate.
Thanks,
I think
mate.
you could.
Right, we're going to be going for another minute or so. So let's just round up.
I want to say something whilst we're live.
All right, go on then.
I just want to say again, I said it yesterday on the TNC socials, thank you so much to every single person that follows us on social media, that, you know, comes in for this live session, that subscribes to us on YouTube. I honestly, I feel privileged to be in this position, just chatting Norwich City with you guys, and we really genuinely appreciate everything that you do from the bottom of our hearts, like everything, just the likes, the retweets, the comments, everything. We really appreciate your support, and I can guarantee everyone watching this something right now, in the Premier League, this channel is getting bigger and better, and we've got some huge guests coming up, haven't we, Jack?
We have.
For the pod.
Yeah, it's going to be
some massive guests.
It's going to be a fun summer. That's all I'm saying. And thanks to everyone that comes up to us. That's always nice as well. It means more that way. Someone just said, "What are your thoughts on Villa?" I think Villa will go up through the playoffs.
I hope they do.
And I like Villa. Big
I
club.
hope they do. I think Brom getting rid of Darren Moore, for me, don't like that. Don't want them to go up. And I think that I kind of do want to laugh at Leeds, I have to admit.
I can't see Leeds doing it.
And I think, mate, I've said it from way back now. The one team that I was slightly scared of or apprehensive about playing if we weren't up for, you know, in this position now, was playing Aston Villa. I didn't like the idea of that. I think that they're probably the strongest squad out of the playoff lot, shall I say? And yeah, I think they will win the playoffs.
Good. Roger Mallett just said, from a former Norfolk boy, I love watching you two. Come to Florida next season and drinks on me.
Oh, wow.
If the flights are also on you, Roger, I'll take you up on that. Money's not flowing at the moment though, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Right, let's round up here. Villa tomorrow. I hope to see loads of you there. If you're not going,
Yeah.
enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. And if you're not going tomorrow, look, Monday, get down to Norwich for the parade. And also,
class,
Russ versus Wes. The chance to see Alan Gow,
Yeah.
Anthony McNamee, Owen Tudor-Jones. And if you're watching this back and you're not live, this t-shirt is being given away. All that needs to happen is for this video to hit 200 likes. And if you've commented, we'll find your comment and send this match-worn Christian Fluffman shirt out.
Signed as well, of course.
Signed indeed.
So famous he's not at the club anymore.
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.
On the Ball City.